Missing toy found. In a cozy little house lived Leo, the fluffiest, smiliest Pomeranian you ever did see. More than anything in the world, Leo loved his best friend, a bright blue rubber bone. It wasn't just any bone, it was Squeaky. And Squeaky had the loudest, most wonderful squeak in the whole world. Leo and Squeaky were a team. They played fetch in the sunny garden in the morning, they cuddled together for naps in the afternoon, and whenever Leo felt happy, he would give Squeaky a gentle squeeze to hear that joyful sound. Squeaky was the best friend a little dog could ever ask for. One sunny afternoon, after a long and exciting day of chasing butterflies and rolling in the grass, Leo felt very sleepy. He trotted inside, ready for a nap with his best friend. But when he looked for Squeaky in his bed, the little blue bone was gone. He wasn't there. "Ah, woo?" Leo whimpered softly, his fluffy ears drooping down. Where could Squeaky be? He padded over to his best human friend, Lily, who was reading a book on the floor. He nudged her hand gently, with his wet nose, his big brown eyes looking up at her with worry. Lily closed her book and gave Leo a gentle pat on his head. "What's wrong, little guy?" she asked. When she saw his empty paws, she understood. "Oh, you can't find Squeaky? Don't worry, Leo," she said with a warm smile. "We'll find him together. Let's be super detectives." Their first mission was to search the living room. Leo, the brave detective, sniffed his way under the big, comfy sofa, his fluffy tail disappearing into the shadows. Meanwhile, Detective Lily carefully peeked behind the long yellow curtains that tickled her nose and made her want to sneeze. "Is he here?" Lily whispered, pulling back a curtain. But there was no sign of a blue bone, only a few playful dust bunnies dancing in a sunbeam. Leo backed out from under the sofa and shook his head sadly, a little piece of fluff now stuck on his nose. The search had to continue. Next, the two detectives tiptoed into the kitchen. The whole room smelled of the yummy oatmeal cookies that Lily's mom had baked that morning. Leo's tummy rumbled, but he had a job to do. He checked all around his food bowl, hoping Squeaky had rolled there looking for a snack. Lily got down on her hands and knees to look under the big kitchen table and behind all of the chair legs. "No Squeaky under here, Leo," she announced, giving his soft, fluffy ears a little scratch. This is a very tricky mystery, but super detectives never, ever give up. They decided to retrace their steps and check the garden, where they had played all afternoon. "Maybe Squeaky is hiding amongst the bright red flowers," Lily suggested. "Or maybe he's playing hide-and-seek near the big oak tree at the back of the yard." Leo barked in agreement. Leo suddenly remembered that he sometimes buried his most important treasures to keep them safe. He ran over to a patch of pretty daisies and started to dig, his little paws working fast and sending tiny puffs of soft dirt flying into the air behind him. He was a digging machine. But after all that digging, all he found was a smooth, gray stone and a little wiggly worm that quickly burrowed back into the cool earth. Leo let out a big, sad sigh. His little doggy heart felt heavy and droopy. He missed his friend Squeaky so much. Seeing Leo looking so sad made Lily sad too. She ran inside and came back with his other toys from his toy basket. She brought out a bouncy red ball and a long, twisty rope. "Look, Leo," she said cheerfully, "we can play with these until we find Squeaky." Leo wagged his tail just a tiny bit. He loved Lily very much for trying to make him feel better. He gave the red ball a small, gentle nudge with his nose, but it just wasn't the same. It didn't have that special, happy squeak that he loved so much. Back inside, it was time to tidy up the house. Lily started putting Leo's other toys back into his basket. "We'll look again tomorrow morning, I promise," she whispered, pulling him close for a warm, comforting hug. "We will find him, you'll see." Leo rested his head on her shoulder. As Lily went to straighten Leo's favorite cozy blue blanket in his doggy bed, her hand felt a funny, hard lump right in the middle. It was small and firm. What's this? She wondered out loud. Her curiosity sparked. It felt very familiar. Hearing Lily's voice, Leo's fluffy ears perked straight up. He watched with wide, hopeful eyes as Lily, slowly, carefully, lifted the edge of the soft blue blanket. His little tail started to give a hopeful thump, thump, thump against the wooden floor, getting faster and faster with excitement. And there it was. Hiding snugly in the warm, soft folds of the blanket was Squeaky. The little blue bone hadn't been lost at all. He had been taking a secret nap, deep under the covers, waiting for his best friend Leo to come and find him. "Squeaky!" Leo yipped with pure delight. He pounced forward and gently grabbed his toy, his tail wagging so fast it looked like a fluffy pinwheel spinning around. He was the happiest, luckiest, most joyful little dog in the whole wide world. His best friend was back. He was so happy that he ran around the room in excited circles, tossing Squeaky into the air and catching it with a triumphant squeak. Lily laughed and clapped her hands with joy. "You found him, Leo. You found your best friend. You're the best detective ever." The great mystery was finally solved. Leo must have been so sleepy after playing all day that he accidentally tucked Squeaky into his bed when he went to get a quick drink of water before his nap. He had put his friend in a safe place without even realizing it. To celebrate this happy reunion, Leo and Lily had a grand game of fetch right there in the middle of the living room. Lily would pretend to throw Squeaky, and Leo would leap and bark with excitement every single time, his little body wiggling with pure happiness. That night, when it was finally time for bed, Leo curled up in his cozy basket. He did not let Squeaky out of his sight for a single second. He rested his chin on his favorite toy, holding it tight, and closed his eyes with a happy, contented sigh. He dreamed sweet dreams of all the fun adventures he and Squeaky would have tomorrow. They would chase squirrels and roll in the grass and play fetch until the sun went down. It was so good to have his best friend back. Everything felt right in his small, happy world. Sometimes we misplace the things and people we love the most, but the joy of finding them again is the best feeling ever. Always remember to keep your special treasures safe and sound, and to give them an extra big hug.